Road. Careful coming out of Fairfield County. We're adding about 10 or 15 minutes to that trip up to Columbus. 70 west a bit heavier at Bryce Road. So is 71 south off of Morse through Cook. And 161 eastbound heavy off US 62 into Licking County. I'm Johnny Hill from the Total Traffic Center.
News brought to you by Custom Air. Your comfort, our commitment. WNCI Columbus, your station for news, weather, and traffic.
Good morning. I'm Kelsey Webb. Here's what's happening at 6:59. A teen was injured in a shooting involving a Columbus police officer yesterday afternoon. Officers responded to the South Side's Lincoln Park pool after hearing gunshots from the parking lot of a rec center. The teen was shot after showing a gun. 2 other teens were arrested. An evacuation order has been lifted after a chemical leak in Vinton County. It happened at the Austin powder plant in the village of Zaleski and involved nitrogen oxide. The Ohio Senate has passed its version of a 2-year state budget. It includes a proposed flat income tax and also money to pay for the new Dome Stadium for the Cleveland Browns. And protests are scheduled for this Saturday across the nation and here in Columbus to coincide with President Trump's planned military parade in Washington, D.C. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Joe Spears says sunny and hot, 88 today. That's what's happening on this Thursday morning. I'm Kelsey Webb on WNCI.
Dave and Jimmy, happy Thursday. This is Dave Kalin, Jimmy Jam, and Kelsey Webb. You'll get celebrity news now. You'll get joke news in a while. Later in the hour, someone's going to get Hosier tickets. And if you're a fan, you may have never had a chance to buy the things. That thing sold out before it went on sale to the general public. That's whatever, I don't know, his fan club. The Hosier Army. I don't know, the Hosier military.
The Hosers.
Hosier, the Hoser Nation. But later in the hour, we have a pair of tickets to the Sold Out Show. Now, Jimmy Jam and Celebrity News.
Everybody's a nation. I'm getting sick of it. I was listening to Urban Meyer was on the Colin Cowherd TV show, and he was talking about, I don't know, something in Florida. He's like, well, you know, Gator Nation. Dude. I'm like, not everybody's a nation. Let's stop it.
That guy nation.
I know. I was kind of a little delusional. I'm like, maybe we're the only ones who call ourselves Mascot Nation, Buckeye Nation, you know?
Nope.
But no, I'm sure there's Wolverine Nation and everyone else. Sick.
Fine.
And that's the news.
Jimmy's sick of it.
Okay, here we go. Britney Spears went off yesterday on Instagram. She called her exes a-holes. She's already deleted it, by the way. Yes,
Oh.
God, it's so high school and so troubled.
She's had comments disabled for a couple years now, too.
She said, well, that's smart for her. Mm-hmm. She couldn't possibly handle the criticism she would get.
Oh, my gosh. I loved the comments back in the day.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, she deleted this post and said, I dated 2 effing complete a-holes. I realized I love their dogs more than them. I think it's because their dogs bowed to me every time I entered the room. Now the guys were, of course, cruel humans that never even acknowledged me and never held my hand in the car for 6 years. I choose animals over people any day.
Same.
Well, of course, they're going to love you unconditionally.
Yeah.
You'd be the biggest jerk in the world. Dog still likes you.
Absolutely. So her love language is holding your hand in the car. Huh.
Yeah. Well, and this is, and I didn't read his because I don't care enough about her, but Sam Ashbury or whatever his name is.
Yeah, ex-husband.
Yeah, apparently did a post that really upset her recently.
Oh.
And this is all in kind of retaliation to that.
Okay.
So Miley Cyrus said she lost the lead role in Hotel Transylvania because she bought Liam Hemsworth a penis-shaped cake for his birthday. Remember when she did that? She posted it?
Yeah.
Well, she said that they fired her because she made that inappropriate adult joke. And they hired Selena Gomez instead.
Well, a kid's movie, I can see that.
Yes!
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be rolling around on camera high on salvia and showing your cooch to the world and buying penis-shaped cakes and think, oh, yeah, you're great for a kid's movie.
But Selena's complicated, too.
Not in that way.
She abused her kidney transplant.
That's a lot different.
Yeah.
Lot different.
Yeah, you drink a little on your new kidney. Who cares?
Yeah, that's way different than going on MTV Music Awards and letting it all hang out. Brian Wilson died yesterday, the Beach Boy. former Beach Boy, founder of the Beach Boys. The Beach Boys, the core of the band were three brothers, Brian, Carl, and Dennis, and their cousin, Mike Love, Kevin Love, the basketball player's uncle. He's still out there doing it. Mike Love is.
This is so weird.
And
all the connections.
And by doing it, you mean standing vertical on stage.
Yes. So he's still out there, and he and Brian had major fights about the names Beach Boys. Brian Wilson was addicted to drugs, had major mental illness, major anxiety, did not want to tour with the band, couldn't tour with the band during the height of their popularity. That had resulted in all kinds of conflict. And then when they finally carted his old ass out on stage, he did not look like he wanted to be there, like comfortable at all. Yeah. He always looked like a stroke victim. Here's a little bit of his music. He did. All right, that's enough. I do remember.
That was it.
That was it. That was our
tribute.
tribute.
Of a man's life in 3 seconds.
That was our tribute.
ADHD.
We did. I mean, he had dementia, and we interviewed him probably, what is it? Probably almost
20 years ago.
Nah, probably
19?
No, not quite.
Yeah, it was my first trip with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Then it was 20 years ago or 19.
Yeah.
And he had dementia then. Not horrible. We interviewed him, but I asked him if the Beach Boys had ever won a Grammy, and he said we'd never even been nominated. Then he got up and he walked away, and his wife ran back over to our desk and said, actually, the Beach Boys won 4 Grammys. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, I won't either.
Yeah.
I got a picture of him. I posted it. It looks like neither one of us wanted to be there, but I really did want to be there. He just looked like kind of, he always has that stroke-looking face. He did, always. When they put him on stage, it was sad. I mean, he just looked
but
like...
he didn't have a stroke.
No, he just looked anxious. Like he may have had a stroke at some point.
Okay.
Because his face, he always looked like he was stroking out in the middle of songs.
Okay.
Remember, when you have a funeral, do not invite Jimmy to speak. Apparently, his postmortem on anybody's life is cynical and horrible.
Worst.
You got to give BBC Radio 1 credit.
What?
First of all, they're a huge English radio channel, bigger than anything in America. The whole UK listens to them. We have nothing like that over here. Well, they're maybe the only big radio channel over there, one of the biggest in the world. They do unique things, and they must have so much power because we get an artist in here. We're lucky they don't give us dirty looks and leave the room early. BBC gets them in there. They let them perform, and they insist they perform a cover song. They'll go to Hosier and say, you can sing, what was his biggest one? Slow one.
Take me to church.
Take me to church. But you got to sing a cover. And he did. They all do. Well, they have another thing they do with celebrities, and it's brilliant. I wish we would have thought of this. It's called Sitting or Standing. And they go to celebrities and they say, we're going to start calling some of your friends on your phone. And you're going to, when they answer the phone, you have to guess if they're sitting or standing. It's so stupid, but what it really does is it gets people to call other celebrities.
Yep.
Lorde was just on last week. She called Gracie Abrams. Said, are you sitting or standing? And Gracie's like, I'm standing. Should I sit? They called Chappell Roan. Huh. Here's the call to Charlie XCX, who was, she wasn't standing, and it's hilarious. Here it is.
I guess that you were sitting down. I thought you were chilling. You are. I know.
Sorry, Charlie. It's
Graham James says hi.
Oh, hi, everyone. I can't believe I'm on the radio like this.
She's so hungover.
Oh, my God. You're the worst person.
It's hilarious, all right?
Yes.
And they must know him because you heard a guy say, hey, it's Ray, or whoever. They must all know each other. Whatever. Pretty funny, though. Here's Dolly Parton talking about streaking at Tom Jones' house back in the day. And it's funny because you never hear Dolly Parton say she was horny. And here she is using that word.
Is this true that you were dared to streak across Tom Jones' lawn?
Yeah. This was when Tom Jones lived over in Bel Air. I don't know where he lives now, but he was just hot as he could be and sexy. And I had some friends out to Hollywood. I was living out there at the Bel Air Hotel. I think we were doing either 9 to 5 or Best Little Whorehouse. Must have been a Best Little Whorehouse because I was horny that night.
You were getting into character.
Getting into character. Better word.
Yeah.
But anyway, a bunch of girlfriends, and we were just out having fun, and we'd been out and had a couple of margaritas, and so I said, "This is Tom Jones' house," and they said, "Well, let's go over there." And I said, "No, we can't go in the yard. They must have security." And they dared me to streak through the yard because that was back when everybody was streaking. Right. And they kept daring me and double dog daring me, and I just couldn't take it, so I just stripped down and ran across the yard and jumped back in the car and put my clothes on.
Pretty good. Sabrina,
no Ring cameras back in the day.
no. Sabrina Carpenter's.
Sabrina Carpenter.
As much as I like her, she
wrong?
disgusts me.
Why?
Did you see she's promoting her new album comes out in August?
Okay.
Right.
And she put out the artwork yesterday
No.
for the album.
Yeah.
It's her on all fours in front of a guy,
Oh.
and he's holding her hair. Like he's about to grab her and pull him in to do
That's-
something.
There's no innuendo
You
there.
can't get any more slutty than that. Sabrina Carpenter, good
Smell the
music.
glove. It's Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Smell the
Good
glove.
music, slutty as hell.
All right. And that concludes Jimmy. This is Dave and Jimmy.
You're listening to the #1 rated morning zoo.
With Dave and Jimmy.
WNCI.
Warm weather to start off, and temperatures getting even hotter as we head throughout the rest of today. Numbers climbing into the upper 80s across central Ohio, some towards the Ohio River, trying to touch closer to 90. Plenty of sunshine, but an air quality alert in effect for potential ozone impacts. I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Joe Spear on WNCI.
At 7:10 at 61. Hello, Kelsey.
Speaking of air quality, there was a chemical leak at an explosives manufacturing plant in Vinton County yesterday, sending nitrogen oxide into the air. A huge plume, so nearby residents had to evacuate and go stay in Vinton
Yes.
County High School. The evacuation order has been lifted, but of course residents are concerned about the air quality, their drinking water, the implications from this. The Ohio Senate has passed a version of the new state budget. It does include funding for the new Dome Stadium for the Browns. So
I love it.
that's using millions in unclaimed funds to build
Does your
it.
husband hate it? He does.
Yeah, he hates it.
I was going to say. Anything
Yeah.
I like, he hates.
Well, he's old. Yeah, I know. He's old school. Keep things the way they are. Tradition, muni lot, all the things.
Whatever. He
likes-
hated LeBron, too.
He likes to go to a game in a snowstorm and be in a snowsuit.
I don't mind cold games. I think it's kind of fun when Ohio State's playing and it's cold, and I have to sit there and spend 8 hours trying to figure out how the hell I'm going to stay warm in the stadium with heated socks and all that crap. It's kind of fun, but my God.
Yeah.
Has he ever been over to Lucas Oil in Indy?
I assume so. I
It's
don't
the greatest
remember.
thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, sounds nice. I'm all for a dome. Oh, after seeing Beyonce at Soldier Field in the freaking...
Ruined your whole experience.
Oh, my gosh. Never
And
forget.
wouldn't it be nice to have a Super Bowl in Cleveland? Wouldn't it be nice to have the national championship basketball game in Cleveland, Final
Yes.
Four? I mean, you do so much more.
For the first time in the Columbus Zoo's history, there's 2 endangered elephants. They're preggy at the same time. One is a teen pregnancy. 16-year-old Sunny, she's never had a baby before. But 38-year-old Phoebe, this is going to be her 6th baby. So they're hoping Phoebe will show Sunny the way.
Okay.
But
Phoebe's there
also,
with a cigarette going, don't worry, it'll come out.
the dad came in from the Cincinnati Zoo, got these 2 pregnant, and then went back to Cincy.
Just like a guy.
That's pretty, yeah. What a G. You can feed hummingbirds at Hocking Hills this summer through a program at Lake Hope State Park. Like, by hand, you have to sit in a perfect stillness while waiting for the birds to come up.
I didn't think this was true, but they give you just a
Nectar.
personal thing. And you have to be as still as a statue.
That would be
So
very cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know that was possible because we have hummingbirds in our backyard, and even when someone is going to the door, they're all out. They're
Yeah.
the scaredest, animals in the world. I didn't know you can coax one in.
Ohio ranks 3rd in the country for the most mail carrier dog attacks. There were 350 last year in Ohio.
Your mom ever get attacked?
Yep, once. She has a scar on her arm. Yep,
Got bit?
by a dog.
Did she make them put that dog down?
Are you kidding me?
That's so your mom. She probably adopted it,
right. We did steal a dog in the middle of the night from someone's backyard.
and it became Rosie, your dog. Why'd you steal a dog in the middle of the night?
It was chained up in a small fenced area. It could hardly move. Its ears were being eaten by insects. I mean, there was.
So you and your mom went and stole it?
Yeah.
Where'd you take it? Humane Society?
Yeah.
I salute you.
But you're not allowed to do that.
I know, that's very illegal.
I know.
That's awesome, but illegal.
Right. Statute of limitations.
Tonight, join Kelsey, the dog lover, at Hofbräu House.
And speaking of that, it's a dog night. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of dogs there on the patio, but it's a special fundraising beer garden party for the therapy dog program at Nationwide Children's Hospital.
Take your dog.
I can't. She
It's going to
hates
need
dogs.
therapy after living with you.
Oh, shut up.
Ach der Liebe. Kelsey tonight at Hofbräu House.
WNCI. Comfort Dental Traffic.
Comfort Dental. Convenient, caring, comfortable.
33 west with a crash off to the left as you pass Gender Road at about 10 or 15 minutes up from Lancaster towards Columbus. Starting to see delays into downtown, 670 west at 71, 71 north from Green Lawn up to I-70, and 70 west right there at 315. I'm Johnny Hill from the Total Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Pierre's Ice Cream.
Get your spoons